Let us begin with our climate statement. What happened to the climate in 2025? If I consider annual mean land surface air temperature anomaly, anomaly means deviation from the normal over India for the period 1901 to 2025. So what we find that yes, there is a continuous rising trend, and this year means 2025, annual mean air temperature for the country was 0.28% above normal. And this is the eighth warmest year on record since 1901. There has been warmest years recorded in the recent years, as all of us know. And it was warmest in 2024, being 0.65 degrees Celsius above normal, followed by 2016 when it was 0.54 degrees Celsius above normal. Then 2019 it was 0.40 degrees Celsius above the normal, and 2010 it was 0.39, and 2017 it was 0.38 degrees Celsius above normal. So what I want to say is that under the impact of the climate change in recent years, we have recorded all the warmest years. So if I consider the different temperatures, then you will find that maximum temperature has risen at the rate of 0.89 degrees Celsius for 100 years, and minimum temperature has risen by about 0.47 degrees Celsius for 100 years. Mean temperature, that is mean of maximum and minimum, shows 0.68 degrees Celsius for 100 years. That is the rising trend. Now, during this 2025, if I consider the different seasons like winter season, January to February, pre-monsoon season, March to May, monsoon season, June to September, post-monsoon season, October to December, you will find that except post-monsoon season, other three seasons, the mean temperature was above normal. Especially during post-monsoon season, during pre-monsoon season, it was 0.29 degrees Celsius above normal. Now let us look at their ranks of the temperatures during the 2025. So if you look at the temperatures, its rank since 1901, but you find that in the month of February, it was the second rank maximum temperature, all India maximum temperature. You can find that it was month of February. Let me just put the pointer so that you can so this is the second rank. You can see the month of February, it was quite warm. Similarly, January, February, if you just look at for 2025, it is also warm, it was the second rank. Now, if I consider the minimum temperature, then January also the fifth rank and February also the first rank. It was warm. And then also September, October was warmest with the fifth rank each. Then annually, it was the third rank in terms of the warming. So departure was 0.44 for the annual temperature, that is the minimum temperature. And January, February, of course, it was the rank one. If I consider the mean temperature, that is maximum plus mean divided by 2, then again, January and February was the higher, that is second rank for January, first rank for February. And then, of course, January, February taken together, it was the first rank. So if I summarize all, what I find that the maximum temperature, minimum temperature, and the mean temperature for the winter season, January and February, was very high. It was either in first or second rank, and Similarly, the month-wise, if I consider for the month of February, it was first or second rank. Apart from that, month of January was also warmer within the 10th rank. Then apart from this winter season and winter months, September, October minimum temperature was quite warm. As all of us know, this year there is good rainfall activity in September and October, and cloudiness was more. Therefore, minimum temperature was also higher. Now let us see the rainfall. The rainfall, if you just look at from 1901 onwards, you'll find that there is no trend. The rainfall is trendless, but still there's slightly decreasing trend, but that is not significant. And annual rainfall over the country was 110% of its long period average during 2025. So rainfall during southwest monsoon season, it was 108%, was above normal, that is 100.8% of the long period average. So monsoon season was 108% and country as a whole, and for annual also it was 110%. So pre-monsoon season, if you consider, it was 142% of the normal, that is March to May. Monsoon season, I just told you that it was 108%, but in different locations, if you just look at, except East and Northeast India, other regions got above normal rainfall. Post-monsoon season, if you just look at, it was 111% of long period average. So that is above normal rainfall for the country as a whole, that is October to December. And Northeast monsoon region, if I consider the South Peninsular India, it was normal, that is 102% of long period average. Now, what is the impact on in terms of the standard precipitation index, standardized precipitation index for January to December? You will find that though it was a good rainfall year with 110% of the long period average, but still Northeast India and you can say northern parts of East UP and Bihar, they have the dry conditions. The standardized precipitation index, it shows how wet it was or how dry it was. So in that sense, if you look at most parts of West Bengal, Odisha, Jharkhand, West Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Rajasthan, West Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat State, Konkan, Goa, Madhya Maharashtra, Marathwada, Chhattisgarh, West Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, all these were wet conditions. It was either extremely wet or severely wet conditions, whereas the northeastern states like Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Bihar, East UP, Chhattisgarh, and South Interior Karnataka, they had the dry conditions. So if I look at the extreme weather events that occurred during 2025, so you can find out that there are so many orange and red dots in UP and Bihar and some parts in Telangana, Chhattisgarh, and Odisha and West Bengal. So what it shows, actually, it is showing this orange and red. If you look at this lightning and thunderstorm, the thunderstorm lightning was very predominant over UP, Bihar, and you have got Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, West Bengal, MP also to some extent. But there are certain hailstorm activities which is dominant in some parts of northwest India, like say North Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab, etc. Then of course over Jharkhand, some parts of Telangana, when also occurred the hailstorms. So there was this blue color, that is floods and heavy rain. Since it was a good monsoon year, we had above normal rainfall, many parts of the country experienced localized flooding or riverine flooding or urban flooding. As far as cyclone is concerned, it impacted Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Odisha mainly in terms of the heavy rainfall or wind or storm surge. There was direct heat of cyclone only over Andhra Pradesh coast, only one cyclone, and therefore storm surge was there only. and maximum impact was over Andhra Pradesh. The right-hand side diagram, if you just look at, it is the distribution of number of deaths and its percentage during 2025. So what you find that the maximum deaths occurred because of this heavy rainfall, induced floods, landslides, mudslides, etc. That is uh, a blue color, light blue color, that is 50%. And also there was thunderstorms, lightning, squalls, etc. That is 48% on the orange color you can find out. So that is these two, the heavy rainfall, thunderstorms were the most important severe weather event in 2025 for the country. So apart from that, there were other small scale, just like 1% is other events you can just see in this diagram. Now let us look at the cyclonic disturbances. Yes, there were 15 cyclonic disturbances. It is quite a record number, you can say. And usually we get around 11 cyclonic disturbances, and this year it was 15 cyclonic disturbances. But if I look at depressions or deep depressions, there was 11 numbers, and 4 were the cyclones. And these 4 cyclones occurred in the post-monsoon season. The first one was the Shakti, 1 to 7 October. Then Mantha, 25th to 30th October. Shanya was 25th to 27 November. And Ditwa was 26 November to 1st December. And all these cyclones, if you just look at their very unique characteristics, we'll discuss a little later. And the increased number of the cyclonic disturbances, that is depressions mainly, occurred because of the active monsoon conditions, which led to development of the depressions and deep depressions. Now let us look at these 4 cyclones more closely. So what you find that if you consider the data of 1961 to 2024, roughly 5 cyclones developed over Indian Ocean, there is North Indian Ocean, and this time it was 4 cyclones. And this is the cyclone on the left-hand side. You can see the track. It was Shakti. How difficult track it is, you can just see how many change has occurred in its motion in the direction of movement. Around 5 times it changed the track. Then next came the severe cyclone storm Mantha, which was moving very systematically towards north-northwest, but just before a few hours of landfall, it changed the track, moved westwards, and crossed coast south of Kakinada. Then cyclone Shanya and Ditwa, they were back-to-back 2 cyclones developed over. One was over maybe for the first time in recent years, that is cyclone Shanya, which developed from Malay and New York Malayan Peninsula between Malaysia and Indonesia, that Gulf. It crossed Indonesia coast and then moved along the coast of Indonesia, then again emerged and weakened near Malaysia coast. So it was very typical track. Again, you can see U-type structure of the track, moving westward initially and then again taking U-turn and moving towards Malaysia. The 4th one, you can see the cyclone Ditwa. This track also quite difficult. So you can say that it moved all along the east coast of Sri Lanka, causing devastation in Sri Lanka. Even if it was not a very intense cyclone, just a cyclone storm with wind speed maximum 70 to 80 km per hour, but it moved very slowly, leading to very intense rainfall activity. And that rainfall led to landslides, mudslides, etc., and also flooding, in localized flooding, urban flooding, and also the riverine flooding. So all these led to the loss of lives. After that, it emerged into Bay of Bengal again and moved parallel to Tamil Nadu coast till it reached near about Chennai latitude. Thereafter, it took a again U-turn and moved along the coast towards south. Up to Puducherry it came, moving south, very close to coast, but weakened gradually from cyclone to depressions and finally the Ulmar Pressure area. The Ulmar Pressure area moved across North Tamil Nadu. But however, it gave good rainfall activity for 1 or 2 days only. Since it did not cross, so therefore there was not much significant rainfall activity and no damage over Tamil Nadu or Andhra Pradesh coast. But we got good rainfall activity for 1 or 2 days. What I want to say that from these 4 diagrams that the track of the 4 cyclones are very difficult during 2025, but still IMD provided good forecast with respect to genesis, intensity, and track of the system. Now, this is the operational forecast performance during past 5 years. We will say that there has been 5 to 10% improvement of the track forecast error reducing. That means our skill increasing up to 48 hours forecast, and 20 to 25% improvement for 96 and 120-hour forecast period. If I consider intensity forecast, it is improved by 35 to 45% up to 3 days ahead, and 15 to 20% up to 5 days ahead. The landfall forecast also is improved by 35 to 45%, 24 to 48 hours, and about 20% for other lead periods. And this diagrams compares the 2016 to 2020 and 2021 to 2025 to the forecast errors. You can see that forecast error has been less in the recent years. And the bottom diagram shows how the forecast has improved from 2003 onwards. This is the verification, and that is every 5-year moving average is calculated to show the impact of technology, impact of human resources, impact of the expertise which IMD has developed that has resulted in continuous decrease in forecast errors. This is an example of the cyclone detour. Actually, as you know, that it is on 26th November and 3rd December it weakened near Puducherry coast. And you can see that it was well predicted to move across Sri Lanka parallel all along the northeast coast of Sri Lanka. It was, I checked, this type of track was not there when cyclone has moved from south to north all along the coast in Sri Lanka. So in that sense, it was very much devastating with the typical track. But however, the red line you can see is the forecast track, and black line is the actual track, how accurately the track was predicted that it will move all along Sri Lanka coast. And for your information, I have to say that IMD acts as a regional specialized meteorological center, and we provided all our forecast guidance starting from genesis, track, intensity, landfall, associated storm surges, winds to Department of Meteorology and Sri Lanka. And they also provided the observational data. So as together, collaborative manner, as a part of the WMSK panel, Sri Lanka was provided all information, and they provided warning based on information provided by IMD. Now let us look at state-wise distribution of extreme weather events during 2025. So what you find that the biggest histogram you can find out that is Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. The maximum number of deaths occurred in Uttar Pradesh, followed by Madhya Pradesh. Of course, these two are major states. Population is quite high. And you can see that these deaths are mainly due to, in Uttar Pradesh, it was mainly due to the lightning, thunderstorms, heat wave, and floods and heavy rain. Whereas in Madhya Pradesh, it was lightning and thunderstorms and floods and heavy rains. So heat wave impact was limited to Uttar Pradesh mainly. Now, similarly, if you just look at after Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, you can find out the Jharkhand has been suffering during 2025, and also Bihar. You can see lightning deaths are maximum in Bihar. The Jharkhand experienced minor floods, but mainly again the lightning. So therefore, what I find here that Odisha also sees lightning. The eastern states, whether it is Bihar, Jharkhand, East UP, Odisha, all these mainly got impacted because of the lightning and thunderstorms. In addition, and Madhya Pradesh also. In addition, flood also affected Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. And also we know that there was damage in Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Jammu and Kashmir during the season, monsoon season, because of the heavy rainfall induced landslides, mudslides, etc. Now let us see how many districts got impacted. Here also you can find out the blue one shows total number of districts, and orange one shows the number of districts affected. Most districts in Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh got affected because of this severe weather, and Himachal Pradesh also, and Jammu and Kashmir also, and we got maximum number of districts impacted by the different types of severe weather events. So if I compare the climates of 2025, yeah, all India annual mean land surface air temperature was 0.28 degrees Celsius higher than 1991 to 2020 long period average. And 2025 was the eighth warmest year in record. The subsequent warmest was 2024, that is 0.65 degrees Celsius. Now, all India seasonal mean temperature, if you just look at, also it was higher than normal, and it was 1.17 degrees Celsius and 0.29 degrees Celsius respectively, and during different seasons. So if I look at the annual rainfall, it was 110% of the long period average in 71 to 20 baseline, and it was 142% during pre-monsoon season, 108% during monsoon season, 111% during post-monsoon season. But it was also 52% long period average during, that is below normal, in the winter season. Cyclone activity I have told you, and let us look at now the monthly rainfall during post-monsoon season, that is 2025, October to December. You can see in October, all India rainfall was about 48.8% above normal. In November, it was 42.8% below normal. And in December, the rainfall for the country as a whole has been 68.9% below normal. So what you find your seasonal rainfall picture given on the right-hand side, that is the reflection of the rainfall activity which occurred in October. In November and December, there has been quite deficient rainfall activity, but since normal is quite less, so therefore it is representing the phenomena what occurred in the month of October. So seasonal rainfall, we just look at it, has become you say 134.2 millimeter against a normal of 121.0 millimeters. So there's 11% above the normal, and many subdivisions were normal to excess, except northeastern states and some subdivisions in the peninsular region and extreme northwest India. Now, if I look at the rainfall in December, as I was telling you a little earlier, it has become, you can say, very, very less. It is about 69% below the long period average. You can find that there was no rain in many meteorological subdivisions in central India, northwest India, and northern parts of peninsula. Whatever rainfall occurred, you will find that mainly because of the cyclone Mantha, or otherwise there was not much rainfall activity, quite limited. However, Rayalaseema and Andhra Pradesh was normal and excess and normal respectively because of that system, that is cyclone Mantha. That is cyclone Ditwa in the month of December. So on 3rd December it weakened, and that system caused rainfall activity over Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, coastal Andhra Pradesh, and Rayalaseema. But still Tamil Nadu remained deficient, but however Rayalaseema and Andhra Pradesh became excess. Now, all India rainfall for December, if you just look at, it has been only 4.8 millimeter, which is the 5th lowest since 1901. And it is the lowest since 2001. You can see this blue line is the normal rainfall, and all the bars are the actual rainfall. In 2025, it has become quite less. You can see. Now, if I look at the core zone, that is the 5 meteorological subdivisions of the South Peninsula, that is Rayalaseema, coastal Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Mahe, South Inter Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, and Karaikal. So their average rainfall, if I just look at, it was also less, but for the country as a whole, just like we saw, it is 5th lowest since 1901, but in this case, it is 60th lowest. That means it is not a record-breaking deficiency. So for this peninsular India, it is not record-breaking deficiency, but country as a whole, it was a record-breaking deficiency, being the 5th lowest rainfall year. Now, rainfall for central India, if you just look at it, is 0 millimeter. Okay? So it is the lowest since 1901. Then for east and northeast India, it is 0.6 millimeter, which is sixth lowest since 1901 and lowest since 2001. Now, if I look at the location of heavy rainfall events during December 2025, we will find that it occurred, whatever it is, in the left-hand side diagram, you find that South Andhra Pradesh and adjoining Rayalaseema and coastal Tamil Nadu. So there was only one extreme heavy rainfall event because of that cyclone Ditwa in December, and that is in Tirupati district of Andhra Pradesh. Then if I compare it with 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, so it was only 14 very heavy rainfall events against, I find that 146 in 2024, then 144 in 2023, 29 in 2022, 17 in 2021. So therefore, this is the lowest number of heavy rainfall events which occurred in the recent 5 years. Now let us look at the temperature during December and its deviation from normal. But you find that maximum temperature in the below panel, you can see the maximum temperature so maximum temperature, if I just look at it was green color in many parts, that means it is normal to below normal temperature in many parts of the country. But however, northwest India and eastern India, if you just look at, it was yellow to orange color, that is above normal temperature. Minimum temperature similar, if you just look at, in many parts it is green, light green to deep green, that indicates below normal temperature. However, northwest India, again, it is the above normal temperature. Mean temperature, if I consider, it is a reflection of both maximum and minimum temperature. Many parts are getting light green to deep green, that is normal to below normal temperature, whereas some parts of northwest India, northeastern states, you have got the above normal temperature. Now, if I compare all India, there is no such ranking. It is just a normal type of temperature distribution, whether it is maximum, minimum, and mean temperature. Northwest India also like that, but however, Northeast India was 9th warmest in terms of maximum temperature, 10th warmest in minimum temperature, and 4th warmest in mean temperature. Otherwise, there is no such record-breaking temperature for South Peninsular India or Central India or the East and Northeast India. So what I want to summarize that Northwest India was warmer. It was a 4th highest in terms of minimum temperature, with a departure of 0.86 degrees Celsius from normal. Now, this is the time series of all India maximum temperature at the top, and all India minimum temperature in the middle, and all India mean temperature at the bottom. So what you find that it is not any record-breaking temperature in this year, and it was near normal in all the cases. Now, if I consider Northwest India, you find that the bar shows that in 2025 it was quite above normal temperature, and it was 4th rank, and the highest, that is 1953, it was 1.5 degrees Celsius above normal for Northwest India, and 2016 it was 1.32 degrees Celsius above normal. 2008 it was 1.23 degrees Celsius above normal, and 2002 it was 0.75 degrees Celsius above normal. So after 2002, again, you can find that 2025 is the highest rise in temperature, and it is the 4th highest since 1901. So one more thing, what you find that except 1953, all other warm years have occurred after 2000. Now let us look at the significant weather events that occurred in December 2025. Northeast monsoon rainfall was quite low in Southeast Peninsular India, as you have seen a little earlier, we have discussed. So why it occurred so? This weak rainfall activity in the northeast monsoon region during December, if we just look at, occurred mainly in the second to fourth week of December. During the first week, there was a cyclone, Ditwa, and that gave good rainfall activity. Second to fourth week, there was no such activity, no low pressure system, no significant active easterly waves. Also, there was absence of any northeasterly wind surge that usually causes good rainfall activity over Tamil Nadu and adjoining regions. The large-scale process, for example, medium oscillation remain unfavorable. Our favorable regions are phase 2, 3, 4, or 5. But during the December, you'll find it remained phase 6 and 8, Western Hemisphere. It remained almost in Western Hemisphere. So medium oscillation, which increases the convective cloud over Indian region, that was not favorable. So these are the two important reasons. And also a third point I will tell you is the La Nina conditions prevailed during 2025 and December. And La Nina is not good for good monsoon rainfall activity over Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. During La Nina years, usually we get less rainfall. Then subdued rainfall over north and central India was mainly due to absence of any active western disturbance. As you know, for the first time today, we have got light drizzle in Delhi, and throughout December there was no rain. So this is the case. Similar was the case in the plains of northeast India. There were some activity in the upper reaches of Western Himalayan region and northeastern states, but it was not sufficient. So absence of active disturbances and their lower level confluence region. Usually what happens in the month of December, westerlies from the north and easterlies from the south, they meet with each other either in Maharashtra or in Madhya Pradesh or Chhattisgarh or Telangana, etc. That type of event also did not happen. So there was no confluence of two different types of winds, which usually results in occurrence of hailstorms or thunderstorms or rainfall activity. So these are the reasons why there was deficient rainfall activity over north and central India. But at the same time, there was fog. There has been continuous fog. You can see in satellite picture, I'll show you also. It prevailed in Indo-Gangetic plains, especially in the Gangetic plains. It persisted over UP and Bihar quite a long time. Sometimes it extended northeastern states, even Tripura, also accredited intense. And unlike all these predominant regions which get fog, Odisha also experienced a very high density, very high number of the dense fog conditions. Now let us look at dry spell. This is the first week, week 4 to 11, you can see there is not much rainfall activity on the left-hand side. Then week 12 to 17, then week 18 to 24, then week 25 to 31. Not much activity of rainfall in the country. So therefore, monthly rainfall activity was limited, and seasonal rainfall activity was mainly due to rainfall in October. Now let us look at MJO, medium general oscillation. As I told you, it was completely in unfavorable phase in 6, 7, 8, with very high amplitude there. So when amplitude becomes higher in 6, 7, 8, it becomes detrimental for our region for enhancing convection. Rather, it suppresses convection in our region. We do not get any convective activity. So northwesterly winds prevailed over the region, which was favorable for occurrence of fog, etc., but no weather. Now let us look at this Indo-Gangetic plains fog, low clouds. You can see day by day, it started on 13th, then 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, continuously, and you can find out till the end of this month, it continued. The large-scale fog or low clouds prevailed over Indo-Gangetic plains. It is shown in white color, all these maps. Now, if I look at the very dense or dense fog days in different meteorological subdivisions, you find that Odisha had reported 26 days because of Raurkela only, Raurkela fog. Maybe it is combination of various factors, being an industrial town. Then there was 15 to 26 days of dense to very dense fog over Indo-Gangetic plains, including Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Assam, Odisha, parts of Western Himalayan region covering Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Then came the second part, that is Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura. There also fog occurred for 10 to 14 days. So I'll say if, as we define the fog season starts with 15 December, all these things around 13 December it started and continuing till today. On the right hand side diagram is the cold day conditions. All of us know that cold wave did not happen this year, very 1 or 2 days. It occurred over Madhya Pradesh and in East Rajasthan. But cold day conditions was very high. It was 9 to 12 days. Over Bihar for 9 days, East UP 12 days, West UP 10 days. Cold day conditions prevailed, mainly in the second half of the December. Now let us look at the seasonal forecast, what we gave. On the right hand side was the forecast map, and the left hand side is the actual what has happened. Green indicates the normal, blue indicates the above normal, and orange or red indicates the below normal rainfall activity. So what do you find if I compare these two? Our prediction was that in many parts, except Northwest India, there will be normal to above normal rainfall activity. Here also you can find out many parts it has occurred, normal to above normal rainfall activity. But however, there are certain regions where it has failed, like say interior Maharashtra, including some parts of Vidarbha, Marathwada, and South Madhya Maharashtra, and North Interior Karnataka, which was predicted to have normal to above normal rainfall, but it has become deficient rainfall or below normal rainfall. But however, at the same time, Punjab, some parts of Rajasthan also was predicted to have above normal. It has become normal to below normal rainfall. It has become above normal rainfall activity against the prediction of below normal rainfall activity. Otherwise, remaining parts forecast was reasonably accurate. Now let us look at the observed rainfall for December. This was the forecast for December. Earlier, what you showed you, that is the forecast for October, November, December. The season, post-monsoon. This is the post-monsoon season. Now this is for the month of December. So for the month of December, we told that there will be deficient rainfall in many parts, including Northwest India, Northeast India, Eastern India, Indo-Gangetic Plains, and parts of Peninsula. Only normal rainfall activity will occur in some parts of Western Central India, northern parts of Peninsula. So it has also happened accordingly. You can say, you can compare these two diagrams. So I'll say in many parts, in many regions, the forecast has come correct as for the actual rainfall. Now let us look at the observed temperature of maximum on the left hand side and forecast maximum temperature on the right hand side. So forecast told that it will be above normal temperature in many parts except the central India, some parts of central India and northern parts of peninsula, where it will be normal to below normal maximum temperature. So that has happened, and also Northeast India, it has become above normal temperature. But in addition to that, South and East Central India has become above normal to normal maximum temperature, below normal to normal maximum temperature against the forecast of above normal maximum temperature. So what I find that in Indo-Gangetic Plains, East Central India, prediction has gone wrong. Now, if I consider the minimum temperature forecast also has come quite well, except again the Eastern India, the East Central India, which was predicted to have above normal temperature, but it has become below normal temperature. And southern peninsula, extreme southern peninsula, like say South Tamil Nadu, etc., where it was predicted that normal to below normal, it was predicted that above normal minimum temperature, but it has become normal to below normal minimum temperature. Except that other regions, it is predicted well. Now let us look at the current El Nino southern conditions and their forecast. Nino 3.4, which is considered for our region, had the temperature of minus 0.7 degrees Celsius. That means weak La Nina conditions prevailed during December. You can see that the sea surface temperature near the equatorial region in Pacific over especially central and eastern Pacific, and the western Indian Ocean were below average, and SSG were above average near Indonesia. So if I look at latest ENSO IOD forecast, what I find that the blue color on the left-hand side conditions are La Nina conditions, gray is the neutral conditions, and red is the El Nino conditions. What you find as per the consensus forecast, the La Nina conditions is favored to continue for the next 1 month or two with a transition to ENSO neutral conditions in January to March period. So January to March period, there is 68% chance that it will evolve into neutral conditions. And the neutral condition will continue being dominant till the period of June, July, August. After that, it is becoming the El Nino condition dominant. So therefore, whether the El Nino condition will develop or not, it is not possible to say now. But it is very clear that La Nina condition will decay and neutral condition will prevail towards the end of the winter season, that is towards February, and also during the pre-monsoon season, that is March, April, May. There is a clear indication, or even up to June, there will be neutral and so conditions. After that, what will happen, that forecast cannot be given now. Even if we are showing forecast to July or September, the reliability of the forecast is not good beyond 6 months. Therefore, we have to wait and watch what is going to happen during next monsoon season. Now you can see there is a consensus from various models as well on the right hand side. If you consider Indian Ocean dipole, at present is the neutral condition, and neutral condition is likely to continue during the ensuing months. That is during the winter season and also the pre-monsoon season. So they summarize, at present it is La Nina plus neutral IOD during winter season. And during pre-monsoon season up to May or June, it will be neutral IOD and also the neutral ENSO condition. Now let us look at the our monsoon mission climate forecast system of the Minister of Earth Sciences. It is also in agreement with that neutral condition will prevail, and there is some indication development towards that. We cannot rely upon the forecast for June, July, August, but otherwise up to April, May, June, you can see that neutral conditions are likely to dominate. And it is the Indian Ocean dipole forecast. You can find that it is also indicating that neutral Indian Ocean dipole conditions will continue for winter season and also for pre-monsoon season. Now let us look at the probability forecast for rainfall during January, February, March season 2026. The left-hand side diagram, you can see that yellow, orange color, red color indicates below normal, green color indicates normal, and blue color to deep blue color indicates they were normal. The rainfall during January to March. So what you find from this diagram, that the rainfall during January to March 2026 average for North India, that is Northwest India, that is actually Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal, Uttarakhand, Punjab, Haryana, and UP. If this region, if you consider, it is expected to be below normal. So when we say below normal, it is the rainfall which is less than 86% of the long period average. The long period average rainfall for this North India or Northwest India is about 184 millimeter based on data of 1971 to 2020. As the Rabi crop over Northwest India can be influenced by the rainfall, so we provide forecast specifically for Northwest India. So below normal seasonal rainfall is expected across most parts of Northwest India, Northeast India, Peninsular India, while above normal rainfall is likely for some regions of Central India and Uttar Pradesh. Now let us look at monthly rainfall probability for January 2026. So here rainfall during January 2026, sorry, it is January, March, it is January 2026. Average over Northwest India is most likely to be normal. So here normal is defined as 78% to 122% of long period average. The long period average rainfall for the month of January during 1970 and 2022 period is about 49 millimeter. So if we consider the spatial distribution, rainfall across most parts of country is likely to be normal to above normal. However, below normal rainfall activity is expected over northwest India, parts of northwest India, East India, northeast India, as well as in a few localized areas of peninsular and central India. So mainly, if you just look at it, is the it is the Gangetic plains, I'll say, Gangetic plains and northeastern states where you are expecting below normal rainfall in the January. Now let us look at the temperature forecast for January 2026. So what you find that minimum temperature, if I look at in January 2026, are likely to be below normal over most regions of the country, except you can see some parts of northwest India, peninsular India, and northeast India. Similarly, maximum temperature also likely to be below normal for many parts of the country, like the central part and peninsular India. But it is above normal temperature expected, maximum temperature, over entire Indo-Gangetic plains, western Himalayan region, and east and northeast India. Cold wave conditions, if you just look at here, blue color indicates above normal number of days of cold wave conditions, and orange red color indicates the below normal number of days. So what you find that over parts of say Vidarbha and adjoining Marathwada, and parts of Madhya Pradesh and parts of East UP and adjoining Bihar, where we are expecting about 1 to 3 days additional number of cold wave conditions during January. Whereas over Rajasthan and adjoining areas, it is expected to be 1 to 2 days less number of days of cold wave conditions. Now let us look at the extended range forecast, that is forecast for next 4 weeks issued today. So what you find that the Bay of Bengal will be active in second week, having higher than normal rainfall activity, but over the country as a whole, you'll find that it is a normal activity, but the Jammu and Kashmir, etc., it will be normal rainfall activity over the first 2 weeks. Now, if I look at other model, there are 2 models of extended range forecast. So both the models are almost agreement with each other as far as rainfall is concerned over the country. Now, मैं आप सभी को अभी हिंदी में बताऊंगा आने वाले सर्दियों की ऋतु दैट इज जनवरी से मार्च के दौरान उत्तर पश्चिम भारत के 7 मौसम विज्ञान उपखंड जो है जो कि पूर्व उत्तर प्रदेश, पश्चिम उत्तर प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड, हरियाणा, पंजाब, हिमाचल, जम्मू कश्मीर और लद्दाख, इसमें बारिश सामान्य से नीचे यानी दीर्घावधि औसत की 86% से लेस होने की संभावना ज्यादा है। 1971 से 2020 तक डाटा को लेकर हम डिफाइन करें जनवरी फरवरी मार्च का जो लॉन्ग पीरियड एवरेज है वो है 184.3 मिलीमीटर। जनवरी से मार्च के सीजन में पूरे देश में ऋतुनिष्ठ वर्षा सामान्य से नीचे होने के यानी 88% से कम होने का संभावना है। उत्तर पश्चिम, उत्तर पूर्व और प्रायद्वीपीय भारत के ज्यादातर हिस्सों में सामान्य से नीचे ऋतुनिष्ठ वर्षा होने की उम्मीद है, जबकि मध्य भारत और उत्तर प्रदेश के मैदानों में कुछ क्षेत्रों में सामान्य से अधिक वर्षा होने की संभावना है। 1971 टू 2020 डाटा के आधार पर जनवरी फरवरी मार्च सीजन के दौरान पूरे देश में बारिश लॉन्ग पीरियड एवरेज की 69% होता है। तो 69% रेनफॉल लॉन्ग पीरियड एवरेज होता है और जो हमारा पूर्वानुमान है इसमें ये नीचे रहने का, सामान्य से नीचे रहने का पूर्वानुमान है पूरे देश के लिए और सामान्य से भी जो नीचे रहने का संभावना है नॉर्थ वेस्ट इंडिया के लिए। अभी जनवरी महीने का हम बातें करें तो जनवरी 2026 में उत्तर भारत के 7 मौसम विज्ञान उपमंडल उपखंड जो भी है, पूर्व उत्तर प्रदेश, पश्चिम उत्तर प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड, हरियाणा, पंजाब, हिमाचल प्रदेश, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, लद्दाख, इसमें मासिक वर्षा सामान्य होने की संभावना ज्यादा है, दिखाई दे रहा है। और यहाँ जो सामान्य है वो है 78% टू 122%। 1971 से 2020 का जो आंकड़ा हम देखें तो इसके हिसाब से ये जो उत्तर पश्चिम भारत में होता है, इसमें लगभग 49 मिलीमीटर बारिश रिकॉर्ड होता है। सो इसका 49 मिलीमीटर का 70 टू 122% के अंदर बारिश इस बार होने का संभावना है। जनवरी 2026 के दौरान पूरे देश में मासिक वर्षा भी सामान्य होने की यानी 82% से 118% तक होने की सबसे ज्यादा संभावना है। देश के ज्यादातर हिस्सों में बारिश सामान्य से लेकर सामान्य से अधिक होने की संभावना है। हालांकि उत्तर पश्चिम, पूर्व और उत्तर पूर्व भारत के कुछ हिस्सों के साथ साथ प्रायद्वीपीय और मध्य भारत क्षेत्रों में कुछ स्थानीय इलाकों में भी सामान्य से नीचे बारिश होने का संभावना है। हम 1971 से 2020 का आंकड़ा देखें कि पूरी देश के लिए जो बारिश होता है वो है लगभग 17.1 मिलीमीटर, यानी 17.1 मिलीमीटर जो बारिश होता है वो वही बारिश का 82% से 118% होने का संभावना है। जनवरी महीना में नॉर्मल यानी सामान्य वर्षा होने का संभावना दिखाई दे रहा है। तापमान की बात करें, जनवरी 2026 में मासिक न्यूनतम तापमान देश के ज्यादातर हिस्सों में सामान्य से नीचे रहने की संभावना है। हालांकि उत्तर पश्चिम और उत्तर पूर्व भारत के कुछ हिस्सों में साथ साथ दक्षिण प्रायद्वीपीय भारत में भी कुछ जगह में तापमान अधिक रहने का संभावना है। अभी हम मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर की बात करें तो यहाँ मासिक अधिकतम तापमान देश के कई हिस्सों में सामान्य से नीचे रहने की सबसे ज्यादा संभावना है। हालांकि उत्तर पश्चिम और उत्तर पूर्व भारत के अधिकांश हिस्सों और मध्य भारत के कुछ हिस्सों में सामान्य से लेकर सामान्य से अधिक अधिकतम तापमान रहने का संभावना दिखाई दे रहा है, जैसे येलो, ऑरेंज और रेड कलर में आपको यहाँ दिखाई दे रहा है। मेनली देखो नॉर्थ वेस्ट इंडिया, इंडो प्लेन्स एंड नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स, यहाँ सामान्य से ज्यादा अधिकतम तापमान रहने का संभावना है। में शीतलहर के अवधि का पूर्वानुमान की बात करें तो जनवरी 2026 के दौरान मध्य भारत के कुछ इलाके, जैसे मैं बोल रहा था विदर्भ और मराठवाड़ा और मध्य प्रदेश के कुछ हिस्सा और इसके साथ साथ ईस्ट यूपी बिहार के कुछ हिस्सा, यहाँ अधिक शीतलहर होने का संभावना दिखाई दे रहा है। कितना अधिक होगा आप कलर कोड देखें तो 1 से 3 दिन ज्यादा शीतलहर इस एरिया में, जैसे कि विदर्भ, मराठवाड़ा और कुछ इलाका मध्य प्रदेश, ईस्ट यूपी और बिहार की, वहां 1 से 3 दिन ज्यादा शीतलहर होने का संभावना है। जबकि जो राजस्थान एरिया है और इसके आसपास, वहां 1 से 2 दिन कम शीतलहर होने का संभावना है। इसके अलावा दूसरा इलाका में जहाँ व्हाइट दिखाई दे रहा है, वहाँ सामान्य ढंग से जितना शीतलहर होता है इतने ही होने का संभावना है। अभी हम 7 डेज जो आने वाले हैं उसका वार्निंग की बात करें तो जो वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंस अभी उत्तर पश्चिम भारत को प्रभावित कर रहा है, इसकी वजह से लाइट टू मॉडरेट रेन या स्नोफॉल वेस्टर्न हिमालयन रीजन में होने का संभावना है ड्यूरिंग नेक्स्ट 2 डेज और हेवी स्नोफॉल कश्मीर वैली में होने का भी संभावना है और अपर रीचेस में भी होने का संभावना है नेक्स्ट 2 डेज में। और dense fog to very dense fog expected here during night and early hours in many places over Punjab, Haryana, and till 6th of January, and over Odisha till 5th, over Bihar and East Uttar Pradesh till 2nd January, and isolated pockets over Rajasthan till 3rd January. That means इस हफ्ते में आपका fog condition रहेगा इंडो-गैजेटिक प्लेन्स में। Then cold day conditions जो prevail कर रहा है ईस्ट यूपी बिहार एंड सेवन वेस्ट बंगाल सिक्किम में बहुत दिन हो गया है, वो कोल्ड डे कंडीशंस भी एक्सपेक्टेड है, स्पेशली हिमाचल प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड ऑन फर्स्ट और पंजाब एंड हरियाणा, चंडीगढ़, दिल्ली ऑन फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड और बिहार में फर्स्ट और 3rd January 2026 में. So बहुत धन्यवाद आपको. Thank you. If you have any questions and comments, we can take off now.
Sir, Jayashree from Hindustan Times.
बोलिए.
So we can say that in January it's going to be normal temperatures over this region, North India, normal to above normal temperatures are likely. Northwest India, Delhi, Haryana, Punjab, this region.
Yeah, you are right, madam. Northeast India will have normal to above normal um, minimum temperature, that is, which is representative of the cold conditions. Or day temperature also will be above normal to above normal temperature.
Any particular reason for this, sir? I mean, are we expecting more what kind of weather systems?
If you look at the rainfall forecast, it shows that some kind of patchy rainfall. Normal to normal rainfall maybe over only Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir and some parts of Himachal. So rainfall is not much expected. Once you're not expecting much rainfall activity, and then cloudiness also will be less, so day temperature will be higher. And night temperature is also showing higher, but not so much as compared to day temperature. As maximum temperature is quite prominently higher than normal, but night temperature may be because of that. Some rainfall activity will occur, especially, for example, the ongoing western disturbance. It will cause rainfall activity. It is causing rainfall activity. So therefore, it will be reflected in the seasonal pattern of rainfall and temperature. That will be the reason. And there could be another one or two active western disturbance in the month of January, which can cause some rainfall activity. But it is not showing any excess rainfall activity over in large scale Northwest India. So that itself indicates that western disturbance will not be very active in the month of January.
So good evening. This is Anjali from Indian Express, extending my New Year greetings to the team IMD.
Yes.
My question is, how do you see this impact of less rainfall, especially December, and also, as the forecast says, over the Rabi crops this year, the Rabi season? Thank you.
Yeah. If you look at it, it is a mixed rainfall for January. If you just look at it, it is a mixed one. Of course, January to March, it is showing that rainfall will be quite less. But January, it is not so much disappointing. January is showing good rainfall activity over South Peninsula, Central India, and also parts of Northeast India. So therefore, Rabi crop will not be affected in these regions, what I told you, especially South Peninsula and Central India, because there's a good rainfall activity expected in the month of January. But if I consider the Northwest India, in Northwest India, yes, rainfall is expected to be not so much in different parts, except Ladakh, of course, it gets very less rainfall activity and it is showing good rainfall, and Jammu and Kashmir some parts. But at the same time, Punjab, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, they're expected to get below normal rainfall activity in the month of January. But in many parts here, the irrigation is also available, and during post-monsoon season, especially in the month of October and monsoon season, we have good rainfall activity and all our reservoirs are in better positions. So therefore, I don't think there will be any adverse impact over the crops.
Sir, good afternoon. Kunal from NDTV.
Yes, Kunalji, good afternoon.
One question which is quite pertinent, that number of western disturbances are decreasing because these are the systems which provide rainfall activities, especially in the northwestern part of India. But since less number of western disturbances are coming, even rainfall and especially snowfall in the Himalayan region, Jammu Kashmir, that is happening. And due to that, this agriculture in Jammu Kashmir especially is being affected. How do you see less snowfall activity and rainfall activity during the winter months and impact of these on the snow part of the how it will impact the snow cover in the Himalayan region.
Yeah, you are right, Kunalji. There is a trend analysis carried out by IMD and many other scientists outside. There is a decreasing trend in winter rainfall or snowfall activity over northwest India, especially Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal, and Uttarakhand. And that trend has been seen in December also. So we have got less rainfall activity. And as you told, yes, it is attributed to a decreasing number of western disturbances impacting northwest India. Actually, the number of western disturbances are not decreasing. Western disturbances are developing every year, where every month 5 to 7 we expect in December, January, February, that is happening. But they are not in favorable positions to cause rainfall activity over Indian region. That trend, you can say, is continuing. Either they are moving towards north or they are moving faster, whatever it is, they are not giving good rainfall. So western disturbance induced rain or snowfall activity is reducing over the years. And that can be attributed towards the impact of the climate change. That is correct. As far as impact is concerned, yes, it has the impact in various sectors, especially the tourism sector. Many people go for watching the snowfall, etc. So tourism gets impacted, number one. And number two, also the agriculture to some extent also gets affected. But we adapt ourselves towards this changing behavior. Then third point is that if you have got less snow cover during this season, like for example, December, January, February, or March, that becomes good for ensuing monsoon season. That means monsoon 2026. But we have to watch. This is only December over. January, February, March also we have to watch, we have to see. But this is just one phenomenon, Himalayan snow cover. It also depends on European snow cover, Eurasian snow cover. But however, there is inverse relationship. Less the snow cover, more is the rainfall activity. So I think these are the few impacts.
Good evening, sir. Just a small clarification. So, when you say the winter precipitation, rainfall would be less in January and more less in February. So can we say that the snowfall in the higher reaches is also expected to be low this winter?
Actually, our model does not bifurcate whether it will be rainfall or snowfall, but it is expected that if you go to higher regions, it is snowfall only in the winter months, like say December, January, and February. So therefore, if you look at the forecast for Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand for the month of January, it shows in many areas below normal. So therefore, snowfall may be the below normal. But there are certain patches where it's showing the normal rainfall activity. And Ladakh is showing in 50% area is showing above normal and 50% area is showing below normal. Jammu and Kashmir, it is showing normal snowfall activity.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay.
Sir,
Okay, Prabhuji.
yeah, sir, this is you said that July, August, September there may be emergence of El Nino, but it is not credible now to predict because it is too far away. But what is IMD's own model is showing? It is the IMD's own model which is showing this El Nino, or it is the other models of other countries?
No, there is a consensus. All models. Okay, IMD's model, that is monsoon missile climate forecast system, is also showing development of El Nino conditions towards, say, middle or later part of the monsoon season. But it is too early, as I told you, because globally, the prediction of El Nino La Nina conditions beyond 6 months has no accuracy. Accuracy is very less. Also, you have seen last year, you have seen year to year, you have seen, and I am presenting you every month. Second point is that there is a phenomenon called spring barrier. Spring barrier occurs in the month of February, and this spring barrier poses the uncertainty. So whatever prediction you provide until February, the accuracy of that prediction is quite less for the ensuing month, beyond February months, whatever prediction you give. After February, when you give forecast, that spring barrier is removed. The predictability of the El Nino condition becomes quite high, and hence you can rely upon that. So that we wait till the forecast of March. Forecast from March. Yeah. Yeah, Kalyanji.
Yeah, Dr. Mohapatra, two small clarifications. One is that you said in the last year, the maximum death in Eastern India happened due to the lightning in most of the Eastern India states. Bihar, Jharkhand, East UP, MP. Yeah, so
Odisha.
Odisha. So what could be the reason for that?
Climatologically, if you look at the Eastern India is prone for lightning activity. And in that region, it is popularly called as Kal Boishakhi. Or
Yeah.
English, we tell nor'westers. The frequency is quite high. So therefore, it is natural to expect the more impact in that region. So, however, over the years, if you just look at the number is not increasing, it is becoming steady. Okay, so we are providing the forecast. Government is also taking action. Awareness campaign is going on. Media is also playing a role to educate people and reach out the information to the last mile. And there has been development of the Amini mobile app. There has been Meghdut app. There is a unified Mosum mobile app. Sachet has been very active. Commander protocol has been in place. People are getting informations. So the capacity is improving, but still, if you compare different types of severe weather phenomena, these thunderstorm and lightning are still causing quite a good number of deaths.
Okay. And also, if you look at your cold wave days map, the slide with the cold wave days map, there is a dark blue spot in southern Karnataka. What does that mean?
That may be actually one spot near Bangalore it is showing.
Yeah.
One spot it is showing. So therefore, it is just isolated case. It is just model output. So I will suggest don't rely so much on this. But we, however, is suggesting that some parts of South Interior Karnataka can have cold. But usually it is, if I compare the climatology, it is very much unnatural. But I will tell you, in the month of December, the cold day condition type phenomena, it was not, as per definition, it was not cold day conditions, because for cold day conditions, minimum temperature should be less than 10 degrees Celsius. But it was markedly below normal temperature during daytime over South Interior Karnataka, North Interior Karnataka, parts of Rayalaseema and Telangana in the month of December, in the second half. So some kind of, you can interpret like this, some kind of below normal temperature day may prevail in South Interior Karnataka.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Sir,
you.
I've got a question, Pratik.
Yes, Pratikji.
Sir, Happy New Year to all of you. Just one thing, just to clarify, in your presentation for January, you said rainfall during January will be in Northwest India will be normal, and country as a whole will be normal to above normal. Is that right, sir?
You are right. Yes.
So which means, I think some people asked you, like, I just want to clear the confusion. Which is better for Rabi crops, right? If Northwest India gets good rainfall, so that's better for the Rabi crop, right, sir? Yeah.
You are right. If Northwest India gets good rainfall activity, it is better for the Rabi crop in that area. But as for our forecast, if we just look at, I have shown there that probability of occurrence of above normal rainfall or normal rainfall is more over South Peninsular India, Central India.
Okay.
If I look at Northwest India, you can find out 50% of area with yellow color, another 50% is with green or blue color. So there is 50-50 divisions. So therefore, it is not that like South Peninsula, it is not the case in Northwest India. So Northwest India, there are areas like, for example, entire Uttarakhand, entire Punjab, or many parts of Punjab, 50% of Himachal Pradesh, and many parts of Uttar Pradesh, where it is yellow color. That means below normal rainfall probability is there. But thing is that there is irrigation facility. You have got good rainfall activity, and reservoirs are full of water. And till October, we have got very good above normal rainfall activity. So that can take care of this one. But however, we have to take into consideration the predicted temperature and rainfall conditions, because it is not simply the rainfall. It is the pests and diseases. It is the various stages of the vegetation. It is the various types of crops which are sensitive to temperature, day temperature, night temperature, rainfall, etc. I think our agrometeorologists will work with the state agriculture experts and central agriculture experts, agriculture universities, and every Tuesday and Friday we will provide the crop weather advisory accordingly.
So just one thing, in Uttar Pradesh it will be normal basically, right, sir? Punjab it may be below normal, but what about Uttar Pradesh?
So Uttar Pradesh also showing the yellow color. If you can just
Okay, sure, sir.
It is showing yellow color.
Yeah, hi sir, Vijay from Mendes side.
Especially northern parts of Uttar Pradesh. Southern
Okay,
parts
sir.
of Uttar Pradesh, you have got green and blue color.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Vijayji.
Yeah, so my question is a little bit different. So we get fog predictions from your office on a regular basis. So my question is, can we have fog predictions for 30 to 45 days in advance? Number one, this is one, and second one. So the number of days of fog conditions this year is higher or lower as compared to the previous year?
Yeah. So second point, I will reply fast. This year, fog conditions are higher than last year. Last year, only for 1 or 2 days, there was very dense fog in Delhi airport, for example, and it was not persisting like what is being seen this year. And especially East UP, Bihar, Punjab, Haryana, all these places are experiencing dense to very dense fog. And fog spread also has increased this year, reaching up to northeastern states across Bangladesh. So as a result, the cold day conditions have been prevailing more. Cold wave condition is not there because we do not have any intense western disturbance which has passed again, which will lead to the rear of the western disturbance leads to cold wave conditions. Since we did not have any active western disturbance, so cold wave condition has not prevailed, but cold day conditions has prevailed because of these fog conditions. So the second question replies that it has become more this year compared to last year. Again, the first question, fog prediction is very tricky. Our gentleman is here, he is our fog expert. So it is really difficult to predict fog even few hours in advance sometimes.
Okay.
So simply telling fog by definition is less than 1 kilometer. Yes, I can predict. I can predict, yes, every day there will be fog, and I can say that next 7 days there will be fog. I'll be 100% correct if I say there will be 7 days there will be fog in particular area. But if I want to predict dense fog, that is visibility less than 200 meters, or if I want to predict the very dense fog when visibility will be less than 50 meters, it becomes difficult. Just like if you ask me to predict 30 centimeter rainfall in a particular place, that is extremely heavy rainfall in a particular location, it is very difficult still now also. We have improved over the years. Similar is the case. So these extreme weather events can be predicted, including fog or extreme heavy rainfall, only in short to medium range. We cannot predict in extended range or the monthly scale. So 30 to 40-day forecast is completely impossible. Not only today, I'll tell you in the years to come. Maybe I don't know whether we will predict after 50 years or so, but it is not possible.
Okay. Right, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, Afra Abubakar from Informist Media.
Yes,
For
madam.
clarification purpose, can you please once again show the slide for Jan-March rainfall forecast? Somewhere it had written that it was for Jan-March 2025. It's a mistake, right?
It's a mistake, yes. That before sending this PPT, in the group we will make corrections and send you.
So 78 to 122% is for Jan-March 2026.
2026,
Okay.
not 2025.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. The press release you will get correctly.
Okay.
Sorry for this inconvenience. Some typing mistake is there. We'll rectify it. Okay, so if there is no other questions, so thank you very much for your cooperation, support, and we have worked together and we have served the people together in 2025 and 2026 also. We'll try our best to improve our technology, improve our methodology, improve our forecast service delivery to you. And with your support, again, we'll meet the aspiration of the people, disaster managers, various stakeholders to minimize loss of lives and properties and maximize the socio-economic activity of the country and also the region. We are supporting the region also. So thank you very much. I once again wish you and your family and colleagues a very happy, healthy, peaceful, and prosperous New Year 2026. Thank you very much. Thank you.